You're a die-hard Sailor Moon fan, but have you ever eaten a Crystal Star Compact macaron cake? Or tasted a tuxedo mask mocha with real roses in it? Character cafes are becoming increasingly popular throughout Asia. In particular, Japan has had many official Sailor Moon character cafes. But the question is, why not in North America? One Sailor Moon fan and small business owner is looking to change that. I traveled from Kansas to Houston, Texas to meet one passionate Moonie who transformed his entire business into a Sailor Moon experience.
Welcome to the Temple of the Guardians. I am the Princess of the Moon, Guardian of Love, and Champion of Justice. With the Sailor Senshi by my side, we have sworn an oath to protect the universe from all evildoers and restore peace to the Moon Kingdom. On behalf of the Moon, I will right wrongs and triumph over evil.
Each Sailor Guardian has their own introduction as part of a mini-show that played at certain times during the cafe. Which, speaking of the cafe, let's continue to show you the rest of the space. This event took place during Pride Month, so we had wonderful LGBTQ representation through this stunning cardboard video display and through their cafe treats. The cafe also featured hand-decorated cookies, a Sailor Moon shop, and the most official-looking Proplica display I have ever seen. But I want to know more. I sat down with Chris, the owner of PopFancy, for an exclusive interview.
My name is Chris. I'm the owner of PopFancy here in Houston, Texas. We started off as a super small, humble gourmet popsicle company. Since then, we've branched out 5 years later into our very first brick and mortar store here. It's a dream in the making. I've always envisioned having a place where people can come, sit down, have dessert, but also, be surrounded by like-minded people, and that's where the birth of these fan cafes are what we call them. We do fan cafes based on different K-pop groups, influenced by anime or influenced by video game culture. So PopFancy has kind of slowly transitioned into not only a dessert brand, but also a local lifestyle brand. I always envisioned having this dream space where the little nerd inside of me can also meet other little nerds to geek out with over our likes and dislikes. Oh gosh, this is a really tough question because Sailor Moon is everything to me. I was this teeny tiny little boy. I don't remember how old, maybe like 7 or 8 years old. I remember flipping on the TV at like 5 a.m. right before school and seeing my first glimpse of Sailor Moon, and it was just totally different from everything that I've ever seen. At that time it was X-Men, DuckTales, Chippendales, like different, lots of Disney cartoons, things like that, but I've never ever seen anime before that point. So when I turned on my TV at like 5 a.m. in the morning and I saw my very first transformation sequence, I was immediately in love. Sailor Moon has held a very special place in my heart. I've grown up with it, followed it from young to old. When I was a kid, I was bullied a lot for being like super effeminate. Stereotypical, but one of the kids that played with dolls, envious of my sister whenever she got a really, really cool doll for Christmas or a birthday. Throughout the years, I've taken that kind of bad part and kind of morphed it into my superpower. So now these are my dolls that I dress. So yeah, I think Sailor Moon always holds a special part in my heart because it taught me a lot of things as a kid. It was a very, very cheesy show looking back now, but really it morphed my character into who I am today. I always consider myself an artist at heart. You know, I just remember like as a kid hand drawing special Valentine's cards for the other kids in elementary school, and that stuck out, you know, and it would always be like little Sailor Moon drawings, and everybody would flock to me because they knew that my cards were special. They weren't the, you know, generic, you know, Walmart store-bought Valentine favors. But yeah, I've lots of really cool memories. Just, I can go on for days, but yeah, Sailor Moon's always, you know, very special to me. So I think the reason why our fan cafes have become really popular, when crafting these cafes, we really put a lot of heart and soul into it. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into curating the full experience so that it's truly immersive. It comes off as very genuine because I myself drink the juice, you know. I actually watch these animes, I actually follow these K-pop groups. I actually play these video games, so I know it so well that, you know, crafting a world that's inspired by Sailor Moon, you know, it's been a dream come true, and I just wanted to share, you know, my passion of Naoko Takeuchi's creative work with the rest of the world. Okay, it's a very long process. I'll tell you, as a small local business, all the effort is in-house. You know, we roll up our sleeves, we get dirty. I have an amazing team, but not only that, we collaborate with a lot of small local businesses here in Houston to put this thing together. So everything that you see here is handmade, like from these hands, you know. So we usually, you know, kind of story out our journey, but all of these things, like from the cathedral windows, these are made out of foam that I myself cut in my house, which is a big, you know, has become this big studio. I have a background in architecture, so before I went into ice cream, I was an architect, but I kind of translate that passion of architecture and design into these anime cafes now. So, you know, we work with a local kind of family-owned business that creates props to help us make our cardboard, our large-scale cardboard props. All of these dresses and the styling that goes behind them is just me simply, you know, shopping and envisioning what I would interpret as, you know, each princess gown and outfit. We work with local bakeries and cake designers to curate some of our menu because, you know, who wouldn't want to eat their favorite character in a little cute little cookie? So yeah, it's definitely like a community effort behind all of this, but I think we package it in a way that, you know, all fans can appreciate. Correct. Lots. Oh man. Okay, the last one was okay. The last one was decent, but we definitely learned a lot of lessons. So due to how popular, you know, our cafes have been, the last one was our very first attempt at doing a Sailor Moon inspired cafe, and the reception was an immediate surge of visitors. You know, something that we were definitely overwhelmed by. It was great to see, you know, long lines and lots of, you know, adoring fans waiting outside, but long lines to us didn't exactly mean success because, you know, we were adapting to, you know, improving our logistics to get everybody in here and create like an overall enjoyable experience. So from that, I definitely, we've made a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of great things, but there were a lot of mistakes. So we learned from that, and we were able to adapt a brand new virtual system, smooth out a lot of our kinks, so that it led to more successful cafes following that, including our Attack on Titan inspired cafe, and then Temple of the Guardians right after that. I personally have not been to any Sailor Moon cafes in Japan. How I wish. I've been to a lot of fan cafes in Korea that do more K-pop related content. I think that's where I got inspiration from. We definitely don't see enough of it over here. There's a desire for it here in the States, so we want to just, I want to just create or be the one to, bring these experiences for people that can't, travel so far to experience themselves overseas. We have big dreams, we're certainly still a very small local business. I think the vision is we never want to lose our identity as, creating these safe spaces for like-minded nerds to just completely geek out. So that will always be, our goal. But as we grow, I want to continue to curate these experiences for other anime-inspired cafes, other video game-inspired cafes, as well as other K-pop-inspired cafes. So certainly, sky's the limit. I think the goal now is to try to get a bigger space because we want to be able to do so many other things. Not only explore with dessert, but maybe introduce some different foods. And the world of anime is so colorful and diverse with how they portray food, and it all looks so good. We would love to have a full-service kitchen in order to provide some of these awesome meals. I want to thank everybody for all the amazing support, amazing feedback for our small local business. I hope you guys continue to check us out on Instagram, follow our journey, and hopefully I'll be able to see you guys in person one of these days here in our shop.
Thanks! You killed it, Chris! Woo! Round of applause for Chris! Expect more fan cafes from PopFancy. Chris and his team will continue to improve with each one to create an immersive Sailor Moon fan experience not seen in the USA. Until the Sailor Moon franchise decides to release an official pop-up cafe here, the PopFancy team in Houston, Texas will help bring Moonies the experience many fans in Eastern Asia have. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Special thanks to Chris and his wonderful team for allowing my team to interview and film Temple of the Guardians. Thank you for making us feel so welcomed.